Hi Year 4. In science this half term, our theme is living things and their habitats. But my question to you today is, what exactly is a living thing? I'm going to show you some pictures here. So we've got three living things. Got the cat having a sunbathe, the tree, the children playing. We know that all three of those are living things. But what do they have in common? I want you to take a moment to think about this, make some notes on what you think makes a living thing, and then come back to me and we'll have a look at a few more slides together. Okay, so hopefully you've got some ideas already of what makes a living thing. So although all of those living things you saw there looked different to each other, they all are the same, they all are a living thing, and there are 7 things that any living thing can do. We call them life processes. And a thing is only living if it can do all 7 of these life processes. Now, the following picture here, I'll just move myself out of the way so you can see. This is Mrs. Nerg. And Mrs. Nerg's going to be very helpful to you today, because if you look at the letters in her name, M-R-S-N-E-R-G, those are the first letters of each of the 7 life processes. So I'm going to give you one to start off with. For example, the M stands for move. All living things can move. I wonder if you can make a prediction on what the rest of those letters are actually going to stand for. Might be something you want to think about before we move on any further. Okay. So we're going to go through these now, and then you will find out what each of the 7 life processes are. As I said already, the M stands for to move. Animals move their body from big movements like a jump to small movements like a wink. Plants will turn or grow towards the light so they can move as well. What I'd like you to do, rather than me read all of these to you, you can go away and have a look at this PowerPoint, read each of the slides, look at what each of the 7 life processes are, and then we will come back together and just chat about a couple of them, okay? So hopefully you've had a look at these, but just a couple I want to focus on. And that's this one about all living things excrete. So excretion in animals means getting rid of waste. That might be carbon dioxide when we breathe out. It could be urine or wee. In plants, they lose carbon dioxide and oxygen are being excreted by them. And some plants get rid of waste products when their leaves fall off in the autumn. Another one I just want to tell you a little bit more about is this one, to respire. Now, respiration in all living things is not breathing. Breathing is the process of taking air in and out of our lungs. And obviously plants, although they're a living thing, they don't have lungs. So respiration is slightly different. Respiration is about the use of oxygen from the air and using that oxygen to help turn food into energy. Those are the 2 I really wanted just to tell you a little bit more about. So there we have Mrs. Nerg. All living things can move, they can reproduce, they have a sensitivity to the environment around them. They all need nutrition, they all excrete, they all respire, and they can all grow. Now, those 7 life processes are a really important thing to remember. And as our theme this time is living things and their habitats, this is something we're going to be repeatedly coming back to. So we need you to remember Mrs. Nerg and those 7 life processes. So your task today is to make some useful way in which you're going to be able to remember them. Maybe you want to write a song about them, write some poetry, create a poster, something eye-catching that could go in the classroom a little bit later and show the children that you remember what the 7 life processes are, and it will be a little bit of a reminder for them. That's your task today. We look forward to seeing your results. And don't forget, Mrs. Nerg, you must remember her. See you later.